Yo, y'all awake? Because this D situation just got even messier. After days of complete silence, my guy finally broke it on live. He looked stressed, dodging every name drop like a landmine, and you could feel the tension. The stuff he was saying and the stuff he wasn't saying, bro, there's layers. And let me just say this, if you thought this was about to calm down, you might want to sit tight, because what he said and how he said it, this is far from over. Let's unpack it all. Every detail, every weird pause, every side-eye moment. Because this live, it told us way more than he probably meant to. First, let's rewind and break down why this is such a big deal. A few days back, TMZ dropped a major report. According to what they say, Halle Bailey told police DDG allegedly assaulted her multiple times. She said things got physical back in January during a dispute over child visitation, and she described a whole incident where he allegedly slammed her face into a steering wheel while their baby Halo was crying in the back seat. She even claimed he chipped her tooth, and it didn't stop there. She says he showed up to her house in March without permission, went up into her bedroom, and texted her a pic of her empty bed. She said he was accusing her of cheating. Then later, she claimed he got mad again, smashed her Ring camera, and tossed her phone out of a moving car. Now again, just to be crystal clear, these are all allegations. Nothing proven in court. DDG hasn't been arrested. No charges have been officially filed.
If you really think about this shit, right? When Holly got on Twitter and she told everybody she didn't approve of Halo being on Kai's stream, that was step one of the process of her strategic plan to use the system to get her baby away from DDG, bro. Like, it's a crazy thing to think about. But you would rather have Omar from The Wire on your ass trying to kill you than a vindictive woman in your life. Because she's going to make your life a living hell, bro. Like, there's no way we are really watching a who wants to be involved, who wants to be there, get emasculated, and get his rights taken away of being a father and being present with his kid. And then what makes it even worse, the judge grants Halo to be away in another country with Holly for 2 months, while DDG can barely get his son for 2 weeks.
But Halle did get a temporary restraining order granted, and that alone made people go, whoa, okay, this just got real. So yeah, people were waiting. Like, bruh, is he gonna say anything? And finally, boom, the live. Yo, this next part is honestly wild. Because DDG didn't just randomly decide to go live solo and vent about the situation later. Nah. What actually happened is that he found out about the whole thing in real time while on Adin Ross' stream. That's right, he learned about Halle's allegations, the restraining order, all of it, live in front of thousands of viewers. Let me break it down because the timing and energy of this was crazy. So DDG hops on Adin Ross's stream last night, real chill vibes at first. They're talking, joking, nothing heavy. You can tell DDG's energy is kind of low, but that's not unusual lately. He's been low-key for a minute, but then, boom, Adin either checks the chat or gets some notification about the TMZ report dropping. And that's when it all changes. You can literally see the moment it hits DDG. The chat is spamming. Bro, Halle filed a police report. She said you chipped her tooth? Restraint order? And Adin goes, wait, yo, DDG, are they talking about you right now? DDG's face. Man, that look, that wasn't a guy faking shock, that was genuine confusion. Like, what the hell are they even talking about? And DDG, bro looked frozen. Like, for real, he didn't even say anything for a good few seconds. Just sat there, blinking, breathing heavy. You could see him trying to decide whether to laugh, get mad, deny it, or just log off completely. Then he finally speaks and he says, wait, this just dropped? Right now? Adin says, yeah, like literally just hit. Everyone's talking about it. And that's when DDG leans back, puts his hand on his head and says, that's crazy. That's actually crazy, bro. I didn't even know this was coming. You could tell this man got blindsided. Whatever legal conversations were going on behind the scenes, whatever talks he and Halle may or may not have had, this public blast from TMZ, it hit him live, and he did not have a PR plan ready. From there, the tone of the stream completely flipped. DDG got real quiet. He wasn't joking anymore. He was clearly shaken. He looked off camera a couple times, like maybe texting someone or trying to figure out what to do. And then he said something that stuck with a lot of people. It's always the ones closest to you. He didn't name Halle, he didn't call her out. But that moment, you could feel the weight of it. He was hurt, confused, embarrassed, and honestly, he looked scared. Not in a caught way, but like in a, what is actually happening to my life right now way. Now look, some folks were like, he's acting, that's all performative. But I gotta be real with y'all. This didn't feel scripted. It didn't feel like some guy trying to clean his image. If anything, it felt like a dude who had no idea what the internet was about to do to him and watched it happen in real time. But this Adin Ross moment, this was the turning point. It was like watching someone's world tilt while thousands of people spammed L, cancelled, and WTF in the chat. If there's one thing to take from this, it's that no matter how famous you are, no matter how composed you try to act, when you learn about a scandal involving you, live with the whole internet watching, you can't fake your first reaction. As soon as the live ended, Twitter was on fire. TikTok had clips within minutes, and people were split straight down the middle. Some folks were like, he didn't say a damn thing, no apology, no explanation, just vibes. Others were like, this is what a man looks like when he's broken. Y'all want him to cry blood? People who've supported DDG for years were saying they've never seen him like that. Others were saying, nah, he's playing the victim. There were even think pieces popping up about gaslighting, manipulation, and how silence can be a tactic. What's wild is that both sides make points. That's how murky this is. And the truth? It might not be fully public ever. Let's talk about the role of the internet in all this real quick. Because one thing DDG did say that's super real was this. It don't matter what really happened. It's all about who get the clicks first. That hit different, because this whole thing has turned into a spectacle. And yeah, it's serious. Domestic violence isn't some drama to snack on. But we gotta be honest. The way blogs, reaction channels, and even fans are handling it, it's starting to feel like entertainment to some people. That's dangerous. It's also putting pressure on both of them. Halle's team probably doesn't want her speaking out more than what's already on paper. DDG clearly can't say much, but because it's all online now, the court of public opinion is basically running the show. There's a reason he went live even if he didn't say names. He's trying to reclaim the narrative without getting slapped with another legal issue. As of right now, Halle hasn't posted any kind of personal statement. Everything we know comes from the documents TMZ got a hold of. But that silence? That's loud too. She's staying on the professional path, filming in Italy, keeping her head down, no mess on her feed. And that's probably smart. Her career is still climbing, and public drama could derail that fast. But you can't help but wonder if DDG is hurting like he looked in that live, what is she going through behind the scenes? No matter who you believe, this whole thing is just sad. Real lives, real pain, real consequences. So after the chaos of Adin Ross's stream and DDG's own live later that night, everybody was left with the same question. What's next? What does DDG do now? Because here's the thing, whether he expected the allegations to go public or not, the second that TMZ piece dropped, the entire game changed. We're not just talking petty drama or Twitter beef anymore. This is legal, this is family, and this is career-changing stuff. And how DDG handles these next few weeks, that's going to define everything moving forward. First off, let's talk about the music. DDG's been working on building his rap career seriously over the past few years. Say what you want about him, he's dropped numbers, done collabs, and built a core fan base that actually rocks with his content. But now, every time his name trends, it's not about a new song. It's about allegations. About court documents. That's a different kind of spotlight, and not the kind that sells records. His next release, whether it's a single or a YouTube vlog or even a podcast appearance, is going to be under a microscope. The blogs are going to dissect every lyric, every word choice, every little subliminal. If he even hints at addressing Halle or the situation in a track, it's getting clipped and reposted within minutes. Second, there's the public image situation. Let's keep it a buck. DDG has always had this sort of cocky, I'm good regardless attitude. That confidence is part of his brand. But now, that cockiness is looking shaky, because people are watching closely. And the more serious these accusations get, the less patience the public has for jokes, trolling, or ignoring the issue. And then there's the fatherhood angle, which honestly might be the most emotional part of this entire situation. But here's the thing. If the court granted that restraining order, it means something in that filing was serious enough to warrant it. So no matter what side you believe, the court's watching this too. And that means DDG's every move, online and offline, is gonna matter more than ever. One wrong tweet, one heated live, that could be brought into court as evidence of behavior. It's real now. And you know what else? The industry's watching. Brands, labels, show organizers, they're watching to see if this blows over or becomes another full-blown cancellation arc. If it gets uglier, if more allegations come forward or court documents leak, it could seriously derail not just DDG's public image, but his actual bag. This is bigger than clout. This is about reputation, livelihood, and most importantly, accountability. So yeah, that's where we're at. DDG's live was like a whisper in a hurricane. Not enough to shut it down, but just enough to show he's still in it. still watching, still feeling the weight of what's happening. And now we wait. Will Halle speak next? Will court docs go public? Will DDG do another stream? Whatever happens, you already know I got you covered. Hit that like if you made it this far. Drop a comment. What do you think? Was DDG being real, or was that just damage control in a hoodie? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.